venues video. Hello, here I am outside the English Institute of Sport, once again following my good friend Dominic Dale, playing snooker matches, attempting to qualify for the World Snooker Championship, which will be held very shortly in the Crucible Theatre, Sheffield. I've followed Dominic many years, as you know. He's been a good friend of Q's and Views. I've got some interesting memories of Dominic's matches. Once where he was playing in one of the cubicles in one of the first of 4 matches, playing Ronnie O'Sullivan. Ronnie O'Sullivan actually had a fluke to level the match and then won the decider. That was most interesting because I actually had a brief moment meeting Ronnie O'Sullivan after a fashion. I also remember a similar situation, being in the cubicle, sitting there as quiet as you can, and Dominic played Neil Robertson. And afterwards I discussed with Neil Robertson the cue that he owned at the time, a John Parris cue, and he was kind enough to let me have a look at it and let me handle the cue, and we had a conversation about it. So many's the time I've followed Dominic up and down the country, from Prestatyn to Preston, really, and it's been a good and entertaining pastime. We've had some good lunches, we've had some good fun, and we've seen some very high quality snooker at times. Here I am outside the Crucible Theatre once again in Sheffield, just days away from this year's 2019 World Snooker Championship. Reminiscing about venues as we were many times since around about 1995. I've been to this venue. This is where I met John Spencer. I met Ray Reardon in the hotel above, Ken Doherty, John Parrott. This has been a great venue for me to come over and watch some great snooker matches. I think I told you once before that I'd seen one of the best matches I've ever seen was a comeback with Neil Robertson versus Shaun Murphy. Neil Robertson lost in the end to Shaun Murphy, but the atmosphere, the Crucible crowd really got behind Neil Robertson, even though at the time Shaun was living quite locally. And I have to say that the atmosphere there that day was really something special, electric. I've also seen 147s here. I've seen many first round matches, lots and lots of semi-finals, and I hope to again go this year with a former work colleague of mine. We go every year as a tradition, and I'm really looking forward to it. Who knows, again, like I said earlier, who's going to win? That's part of the excitement. You never know. First round losses, thrills and spills, maybe a maximum this year. A lot of frames, you never know. One of the things that's nice about going to snooker venues with a group of friends and what have you, win or lose, you're with a group of mates who are all interested in snooker. I mean, obviously today I've just come myself and my brother, but many's the time we've jumped in a car, 2 or 3 friends of mine, gone down to such as Prestatyn. Once my mate's car broke down and we ended up having to stay the night in a hotel, couldn't get back the following day. Watched the snooker to the full conclusion of the matches. Didn't discover the car was not working until the following morning, and then I had to literally ring work and say I wouldn't be able to make it because we couldn't get it going. So there's been some little adventures along the way. It's been terrific. Again, looking forward to the start of the Crucible just next week. Don't know who's going to win. There's several players got a really good chance. Ronnie O'Sullivan, Neil Robertson, Judd Trump, Mark Allen, etc. Of course, the ever-present in recent years Mark Selby and Barry Hawkins. Game's in a really strong position. So looking forward to that. Hoping for a 17-day marathon of the mind, as I think Clive Everton once called it, and I hope we all enjoy it. Going to be another cracking tournament.